Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity. The hovel has changed a bit since you last visited and I'll explain about that in a second. I have been asking you guys for sort of tips about this particular mod pack and also asking for ideas and suggestions for things that we could do for our grand project. Had some good ones so far. There's been lots of talks of things with reactors, building a huge sorting machine. Obviously we do need to get some type of automated farm going because, well, we're always going to need food, so we need a way of producing that. Someone said it might be a good idea to build some sort of moving sky fortress. I'm not too sure how we get it moving. I know there are mods that you can use to move blocks around, but that seems like a lot of work. It might be something we look towards, but building a sky fortress is quite a nice idea, and maybe we should try that at some point. But let's just get back to the hovel at the moment and why it's all changed. I was looking for a large flat area, as I often do when I start on a fresh Minecraft server, because I like somewhere nice and open to build. And looking around the map, the only place that I could find, and I can't really see it very well on the map from there, let's just go outside so it shows us the right map. There's a creeper, let's not go outside. There are some lavender fields to the north. I'm just checking, yeah, we do have a compass on there. There are some lavender fields to the north, and even they are not that flat. And I was looking around trying to find a flat area, and where we've spawned, and everywhere around, without going into the enchanted forest, there are a lot of hills, including this hill that we actually dug our little hovel in. And I really need to go out there, so I'm going to have to just go and face tackle that creeper if he's still about, and he is. There's a couple of creepers about, actually. It is night time. I did run into another... Let's not fight him in the water. That's a terrible idea. There was another Eldritch Guardian I did bump into. I actually managed to kill him. You'll probably notice now I do have a full set of armor, of iron armor. So I did literally use all the iron I found. I've got a full set of iron armor, and I think I have an iron sword, a couple of iron picks, and I made a bucket as well. Now, I did find some more iron whilst excavating out the hovel, just making sure that these other creepers and stuff keep their distance. They don't seem to be heading towards me. I think we're okay for the time being. So, yeah, we've got those lavender fields that are over here, just to the north. You can see them, but none of the land is particularly flat. Where we actually started, yep, there's a creeper moving towards me, as I knew he would. We'll have to deal with him shortly. No, he's giving it a second thought. So, our little hovel is basically in the side of this sort of huge cliff face. And I wanted to climb up there to see what there was, which is why there is a random ladder here on the side. I literally built a ladder that went all the way up to the top. A lot of trees up there, but even then, it's not very, very flat. So I thought, well, okay, instead of actually trying to find some flat land, how about we just build our base right into the side of this sort of cliff? And what I decided we could do, because the cliff face does actually recede, it gets narrower as it goes further up, I'm going to build upwards like a big tower, and the front face will always stick out. So it's going to be like Petra, that sort of thing. So we'll actually have the marble front, which will stick out the top as the tower goes up. And it doesn't mean we have to stop when we get right to the very top. I mean, we can carry on building the tower upwards and skywards once we get out of the top. But it means that, first of all, we don't need to find any flat land. Secondly, we've got walls on three sides. And it also means I'm excavating, so I'm actually doing some mining. Now, as well as going up, we can also go down. I've already made the second floor. I did this one last night. I mean, this is just an empty room, and I can see I've missed a torch there as well. It should be... Actually, I've missed several torches there. They're all in terrible positions. I like to try and keep them relatively symmetrical. So let's go and do that. So, yeah, this particular room took me about the best part of 2 hours last night, and that was literally... playing on survival mode, because I haven't done any of this on creative mode. It was all manually dug out with a pick. That also included digging out anything in the floor and walls that was like if I saw a coal vein or an iron vein or marble. Dug all of that out, smelted up some cobblestone to make some stone. and replace the floor and the walls and everything with some nice stone. Put the steps in. We could go down even further. I mean, I did get an awful lot of cobblestone from excavating the room. And, of course, we did make this room slightly bigger. Use some of the marble to make some marble bricks for the ceiling here. Of course, this will also be the floor when we go up another level. And just plain marble for the front. If you actually look in the chest here, you can see I've got absolutely stacks of cobblestone. Also got a few other bits and pieces. We've got lots of this... diorite, we've got lots of aluminum, lots of limestone, fair bit of marble, though I did use some of it. We've got another chest here as well. I do need to sort these chests out because we've got a lot of junk. We've got a lot of things like copper, got a lot of coal, a lot of granite, gravel, so all sorts of stuff, not necessarily the useful stuff. Got a little bit of dirt there as well. In fact, we can probably get rid of this marble for now. We don't need to be carrying that round, or the stone, or the gunpowder, or the ink sac. Also made some more arrows because I got lots of flint from the gravel that I was breaking out. Now, one thing that I thought I would do, you will notice that I did actually go ahead and build the crafting station from... Well, that's just the which crafting station is this one? I can never remember. It's the Tinker's Construct crafting station, which is just as simple as you take a normal crafting bench and put it in a crafting window, and you can toggle it backwards and forwards between a standard crafting bench and a Tinker's Construct one. In fact, I think if we break that down and actually put it in the crafting slot, oh, we can turn it into a different type of crafting station. There's so many different crafting stations here. But what I was going to do, and we'll take this chest while we're at it. I did originally say that I probably wasn't going to bother too much with Tinker's Construct because I had done that in previous videos. But given the fact that there are some quite nasty things that we are going to end up fighting in this game, I think we are going to need Tinker's Construct just so we can build some better weapons and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to build most of the Tinker's Construct stuff down here, which is one of the reasons I made this room. Now, I'll probably build the Smeltery off camera, because it takes quite a lot of time to build, especially if you want to keep it looking pretty. And I like to take quite a lot of time making sure that I've got all the crucibles and the forging tables in place, and we may even go down one more floor. If we go down another floor, that would potentially give us the ability to... put some pipes or chests and hoppers and things beneath the crucibles, and we could automate downstairs so that it all gets sorted out. But let's, for the time being, go ahead and do the crafty stuff down here. So we're going to put the crafting table down. We're going to put the chest down next to it. There are some skeletons or something somewhere behind one of these walls. At some point we will have to go out and deal with whatever's through there. So let's go and have a look at the book, because it's been so long since I actually did any of the... so long since I did any of the Tinker's Construct stuff, I've completely gotten. So we need to make blank patterns. We also need to make a stencil table. So that is sticks and blocks of wood. That's easy enough. And then a blank pattern goes over a block of wood. So, okay, let's get out of here. So, did I bring some wood with me? Yes, I did. So, let's get ourselves a few more sticks, because we don't have a great number of them. So, let's take the sticks. So, I've forgotten which corners it was in already. Is it these corners? Yeah, it is. And we do get multiples, but we will make a few, because you do end up using quite a lot of these things anyway. So, we've got the stencils. Now, if we put one of those stencils over the top of a block of wood, we get ourselves a stencil table. Also gives us the next book in the row. So, let's go ahead and put the stencil table down. In fact, the stencil table, let's just chop that to pieces. The stencil table can actually go down next to the chest, because it should join to the chest. Or maybe it's only if the chest's on the other side. I can never remember. Maybe that's not the one that needs... We've got plenty of room. I don't think it's the stencil table. It's been so long. So we'll put that there. Now this is the original book still. Let's just have a look through here. So that's the stencil table. It tells us how to make the part crafter and the pattern chest. Oh yeah, pattern chest is a chest with a pattern above it. Yeah, so let us make a chest. We can do that on the crafting table, of course. So let's make a chest. And we have a standard chest, and then if we put a pattern above it, and then we have a pattern chest. Now, I can never remember which side the pattern chest goes on. Does it go on that side, or does it go on the other side? Let's just move it and find out. It's a very boring looking chest, that one, I must admit. Is it on that side? It's not actually showing up. We'll work that out when we come to it. Let's build the next thing in the order of things. So we've got the pattern chest. We need the part crafter and the tool station. We don't need the tool forge yet, but you can upgrade the tool station to a tool forge at some point. So we need a log and a pattern, and we also need a crafting table and a pattern. Well, both of those are easy enough. We've got the wood that we need. We'll have to go and try and find a log somewhere, but let's go ahead and... Oh no, it's a crafting bench we need, isn't it? Let's go and do that. So we've got ourselves a crafting table and a pattern. That gives us the tool station. And what was the other thing that we were building? Building the tool station and the part crafter. The part crafter can probably go next to the pattern thing. So that's going to be the tool station there. We need a log. Hopefully we can go outside and it'll be relatively safe. It is daytime now, I think, so we should be okay. Might still be a creeper or two around. Now we've got a handy little log out here. Let's just go and, well, it literally is a one log tree. But that's all we need, so let's go back in there. I might sort of make some defences for the little hovel as time goes on. We'll see how that works out. So, I could have just done that in the inventory, I suppose. It's quite a simple one. Let's go ahead and do that. We have the part builder. Put the part builder on this side. Now, some of these will... Yeah, that's actually connecting to the pattern chest. That's the way it should have worked up. Yeah, so that's fine. They're in relatively the right order. So, I think we've built everything in here that we need to go through. We've got the tool station. The tool forge comes later on because, of course, we do need to get the different blocks for that. Drying rack we don't really need. I think that's new. I don't think the drying rack was in there the last time I used Tinker's Construct. The Aubrey bushes definitely were. Berries can be melted down into nuggets and ingots, making them an invaluable source of metals. It doesn't actually say what the drying rack does, though. Showing me a picture of the drying rack and talking about Aubrey bushes, but not actually telling me what the drying rack is for. Some of this stuff definitely does seem to have changed and been added. The barricades and punji sticks are very useful. Maybe we'll have to build some of those. Now, this is what I'm going to need an awful lot of if I want to make the smeltery. We need a lot of grout, which is a mixture of sand, clay, and I think that's granite. It's hard to tell. And then we heat that up and make seared bricks, and then we use the seared bricks to make these things. And yeah, it takes a little bit of work getting there. But we'll definitely be doing some of that. Like I said, I'll probably do a lot of that off camera because it's a lot of sand, a lot of granite, and a lot of clay. We've got plenty of I think that is gravel, actually. We've got plenty of that anyway. Let's have a quick look in the secondary book. We've got both. We've got all of the Tinker's Construct books now. So let's go ahead and have a look in the red one. And I think these ones are mainly just the actual tools. Yes, that one tells us how to make the tools. And the third one... Oh, pressing all the wrong buttons now. The third one is literally just the one for the weapons, I think. Yeah, it is. So, what I'm going to do, I've got some wood left, so I'll probably just quickly make another chest. And we'll go ahead and put that chest down in here somewhere. Probably over here in this corner, not a bad idea. And we can put the books in there, and we can put the blank patterns in there, anything associated with Tinker's Construct. Let me just see if I can remind myself how to build the smeltery. I know I said I was going to do a lot of it off screen, and I still intend to, but let's just make sure we've got the basics right, shall we? So, I did see some clay around. That is... Now, that I think is gravel. For some reason on the book, it doesn't always come up and tell you what it is, but yeah, gravel. I've got plenty of gravel. I'm not going to dig that up just yet. We are going to need a fair bit of sand. I'm wondering whether or not I should fill that area in, at least not have it full of water, because it does make life a little bit difficult. Because we've got quite a big lake around here. We do have a fair bit of clay around, though, so at least we do have some. And it's been a while since I've played Minecraft, particularly Feed the Beast, and one thing that always did put me off it with digging stuff up underwater is that sometimes the game feels like it struggles a little bit with the physics of the water. I don't know how much that has been fixed, but whenever you sort of dug blocks up underwater, the water level would go a little bit funky, and That always kind of annoyed me a little bit. But we'll get as much of this clay as we can, just making sure that I don't drown while I'm doing it. And just using, I think this is just a stone shovel that I'm using here. I built very few iron tools, but I purposely don't want to waste them all just digging dirt and sand and things, because obviously the iron is fairly rare. On the last video, I did go past that what looked like a cave that was just outside of the sort of entrance to the base, and I had a look in that cave. There's nothing in it really. It's not even a cave. It's just a little hollow that went in about sort of 10 blocks deep, and I got a lot of coal out of it and maybe a little bit of iron, but there was no spelunking to be done, so you didn't really miss anything there. So that water seemed deeper than the rest of it, but we'll get as much of this clay as we can. Yeah, I was going to say that'll probably fall because it's classed as gravel, so we'll just get as much of the clay as we can. We'll need to get some sand as well, even though I do have a little bit of sand. I did mine some sand at some point because I wanted to get some glass for the windows in the front of the tower, which we did. But I did all that off camera, and it was quite therapeutic. I must admit, that is one of the things that I always did love about Minecraft, is sometimes you can just while away hours and hours just building something, you know, seemingly pointless, but there is some more clay. Now, you might think, oh, okay, stop digging clay already, you've got loads of it. Yeah, if only it were that simple. I don't know if any of you have ever tried to build the Smeltery from Tinker's Construct, but let me just assure you, it takes bloody ages. You never have enough clay. That is basically it. You just never have enough clay. There's quite a few chickens around here. Chickens do make good eating, so let's go ahead and pick all that up. Wow, that's an interesting sinkhole. We should probably have a look. Remember, that's there, and look down there at some point. Maybe when there's a cave down there, so obviously it's just a sinkhole. The water doesn't go all the way through, and we can use that to swim back up. So that's going to be an interesting little place. Can I kill you without losing all of the stuff that you dropped? Probably. So we will go and have a look at that at some point. We might be able to get some goodies from there. It's close to the base as well. Let's just go up and pick up these eggs and stuff. And we've got some... we've actually got quarried stone down here. It's weird. Do I want to kill all the rest of the chickens? It's nice to leave a couple of them alive, of course, because they drop eggs and then you've got more chance of the chickens respawning, as it were. But we're not short of food at the moment. I do have a fair amount of... I found some pigs. I still haven't managed to find any sheep yet, so I am still short of wool. Somebody did mention that, of course, we can break the grass to get some seeds and maybe get some cotton seeds and actually grow some cotton that way, which we will do. I'm running out of daylight here, I've just realised, so let's go ahead and get a little bit more clay and sand from over here while we can. We are technically kind of almost sort of partially drowning, that's fine. And obviously the game doesn't like water when you remove blocks. But we shall see how that goes. We'll just take as much of this sand and clay as we can get. We're going to have to make a swift exit at some point because we will be getting attacked by creepers and skeletons and all sorts of things. I have noticed a few more weird creatures. One of the things that did concern me when I said I was going to do some of this game off camera is I didn't want to end up getting into a position where something interesting happens, like I make a discovery or find something and don't get to share it with you guys because I did it off camera. But I figure that most stuff that I find we will see plenty in the future. That made a little bit of a mess there. Got a fair bit of sand now. Not as much as I would like, but let's see if we can get a little bit more. I don't think we're in too much danger. Oh, there goes the shovel, so that's the end of that plan then. Let's just try and get back to the base while it's still a little bit safe. We do have those eggs. I'll just make sure that we pop those. Oh, no, that's clay, you idiots. Oh, a single chicken. Okay, there's creepers around. There's enders around. Let's get out of here. And there's still quite a lot of stuff in this cliff face that we can mine out. But yeah, getting rid of a lot of this water might be a good idea, because if I ever have to run back to the base in an emergency, it does make it a little bit difficult. And we need to put some safety rails down here as well to stop me just falling down the hole. We don't even need the crafting table for this, do we? It is... we do need the gravel, though. It'd be nice if I'd have brought that down with me. Let's have a quick check on the time. We're nearly at the 20-minute mark. I'll probably just record the next video straight after this anyway. Gravel, do we have... I know for definite we have more than that. Sand, I would have liked a little bit more of. We'll have to go back out and get more sand later on. Yeah, I definitely thought we had more gravel. We do. So let's just go ahead and have a look at that and see if we can put them together. Once again, we can do it here. What was the configuration? I think it was clay down at the bottom, gravel at the top, and sand there. That gives us grout. Fantastic. That might not have been quite the right configuration, but either way it works. Let's just put everything in, make as much of it as we can. Yoink. So we've already got 64 blocks of grout. Well, we've got more than that now. We've got 72 blocks of grout. We could build a lot more if we had more sand. We've got massive amounts of clay there. What do we need to do with the grout? I think we just cook the grout, don't we? Seem to recall. Let's just double check the book. Materials and I should probably just hang on to the book, given the fact that we will be building the stuff. I'm going to need to build another shovel as well. Where are we? Yep, so we cooked that up to make bricks, and then 4 bricks make the blocks. But we don't need to smelt all the bricks, because of course we do need to build things like the controller and stuff. I can vaguely remember how to build it. I might even have to go back and consult one of my own videos just to try and remember how I did it, but it may have even changed since then. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Let's just go ahead and build ourselves a cobblestone shovel. That should be sufficient. We don't need all this clay on the action bar. But yeah, going out right now to collect the stuff is probably not the best idea. There is a skeleton out there as well. I could start building the staircase upwards so that we can have another floor. That is definitely something that we will be doing. Do I have any more stairs? No, but we could certainly make some there easy enough. That gives us another 4. Won't be quite enough because I believe you need 8 to get right up to the top. I'm going to try and keep all of the rooms roughly the same depth and roughly the same size. We may expand rooms as needed. If we want to do something on a particular floor, we may just make the room a little bit deeper into the back of the cave if that helps out. But I think for now it's a good place to end the video as it's night time and I can't do an awful lot. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying Feed the Beast Infinity. Now see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.